sorry. I'm online. Can you hear me, Prabhu?
Yes, perfect. So I will give brief introduction of Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. He's a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He's Associate Dean of Academic Affairs of the Bhaktivedanta Vidyapeeth Research Center at ISKCON Govardhan Eco Village. He holds a master's degree from the Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore. He teaches Srimad Bhagavatam, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Vaishnava character courses at the Vidyapeeth. He also travels to several places in India conducting scriptural courses. And especially I want to mention in these last 4 months of pandemic, he has given, I believe, 58 or so Bhagavatam courses starting from Canto 1, Chapter 1, moving towards 10th Canto. Are you at 10th Canto, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So if any devotee wants to connect with Bhagavatam in its entirety in a systematic way, please watch. There is a YouTube series, Bhagavat Pravah, we call, correct?
Yes.
Bhagavat Pravah series by Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. He has written and guided study guides, Gita Sambodhani, Bhagavad Sambodhani, Chaitanya Sambodhani, presenting the flow, context, and gist of the scriptural contents in a simplified manner. There's much more. He's known for his spiritual discourses with captivating visual and also presentations that give a bird's eye view of the entire book or a section. He has guided the students of several Vidyapeeth batches, especially in their scriptural studies. He also oversees the deity worship at Govardhan Eco Village. So we invite Prabhuji to share with us. This is something very special. I heard once from Gauranga Darshan Prabhu's lotus mouth this description of Akrura Maharaj taking Krishna and Balaram from Vrindavan to Mathura. Very, very wonderful pastime. So we will give you the mic, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. Please enlighten us with Krishna conscious. Bring us to Mathura. Keep us in Vrindavan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for your kind invitation and generous introduction. So we will discuss on the topic that you had requested for. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So we will discuss on this topic Akrura's taking of Krishna to Mathura from Vrindavan. So Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Vrindavanam parityajya padam ekam na gacchati. He doesn't even step out of Vrindavan. What to speak of leaving Vrindavan? But at the same time, during this manifest pastime, he also apparently moves from Vrindavan to Mathura to perform certain duties there. So Krishna descends on this planet to do paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. We know that Krishna descends on this planet to kill the miscreants and also to establish dharma and protect the devotees. Although Krishna descends for these three reasons and multiple other reasons also, the main reason is to reciprocate with the devotees. Establishing dharma, anyone can do. Krishna can do it through his incarnations or energies or devotees. And killing miscreants also Krishna can do with his energies. But to to reciprocate with his devotees, Krishna wants to do it personally. And that's considered the main reason for Krishna's descent than the other reasons. So Krishna is so absorbed in reciprocating with the love and affection of all the Vrajavasis in Vrindavan. So, and while doing this activity of so many beautiful pastimes with the Vrajavasis, Krishna is so absorbed and he has kind of forgotten what are the other duties. So, what is there beyond Vrindavan, Krishna seems to have forgotten. So, Narada Muni thought that Krishna descended on this planet more than a decade back, and he's doing so many pastimes in Vrindavan. He is reciprocating with all the devotees in Vrindavan in Sakhya Rasa, Madhurya Rasa, then Vatsalya Rasa. But what about Mathura? What about Hastinapur? What about the entire universe? He has to do so many things now, but he's just absorbed in Vrindavan pastimes only. Narada Muni thought like this. So Narada Muni went to Kamsa and told him, Kamsa, you have been desperately searching for Krishna, the eighth child of Devaki. So the eighth child of Devaki is Krishna himself, and he is staying in Nanda Maharaj's house in Vrindavan. So, and you have been royally cheated by Vasudev. Although Vasudev promised you that he will give all his children, but still Vasudev has hidden his eighth child. He has shifted his eighth child as soon as the child was born to Nanda Maharaj's house. And then he brought Nanda Maharaj's baby girl to your prison cell, and then you thought that that is the eighth child of Devaki. You have been royally cheated. Then Kamsa became furious. He immediately picked up his sword. He wanted to kill Devaki. He wanted to kill Vasudev, but Narada Muni stopped him. Why are you killing Devaki and Vasudev? If you kill Devaki Vasudev, Krishna and Balaram will run away. So better don't kill. So Narada Muni just controlled Kamsa. So it seems that Narada Muni is acting in favor of Kamsa more than Devaki Vasudev, because Narada Muni just revealed the secret of Krishna's birth to Kamsa, and as soon as Narada Muni revealed it, Kamsa wanted to kill Devaki Vasudev. So it seems that Narada Muni is acting against the interests of the devotees, but it's not like that. Later, Narada Muni received profuse amount of blessings and good wishes and gratitude and thanks from Devaki Vasudev. Unless Narada Muni takes such a bold step of revealing Krishna's birth secret to Kamsa, Kamsa would not be killed. Krishna would not come to Mathura to give happiness to Devaki and Vasudev. So actually, Narada Muni acted in favor of Devaki Vasudev, and Narada Muni's activities were not at all in favor of Kamsa. So one should not misunderstand Narada Muni. So Narada Muni did not even consult Krishna before revealing the news of Krishna's birth secret to Kamsa, because being a pure devotee of the Lord, Narada Muni is very much in sync with Krishna's intentions and Krishna's desires. So that's the reason. So Kamsa immediately made his plans. So Kamsa thought that, okay, if Devaki's eighth child is Krishna, I should immediately try to kill him. So Kamsa immediately dispatched a demon, Keshi. Later Vyoma also went. Then he called for his wrestlers, Chanura, Mushtika, Shala, Toshala, Kuta. And he told that we have to erect a wrestling arena. First, we have to conduct a bow festival. As a part of the bow festival, Dhanuryaga, we should conduct wrestling matches and many other things. And for this Dhanuryaga, we should call people from different villages, nearby villages, including Vrindavan. So Krishna and Balaram also have to come there. And he also called his Mahamatra, the elephant keeper, who was taking care of Kaivalya elephant. So Krishna, Kamsa called him also, and then told that we are planning to kill Krishna and Balaram. So if Keshi and Vyoma cannot kill Krishna and Balaram, then Krishna and Balaram should be brought to Mathura by Akrura, and then Kaivalya should kill them. If Kaivalya also cannot kill, then Chadura, Mushtika, Shala, Toshala, Kuta, all these people can kill prisoners. If they also cannot kill, I am there. So Kamsa made a big master plan to kill Krishna. So he called for Akrura. And Akrura came because he's a minister, he's obedient, he's loyal, and he is obliged to follow the instructions of Kamsa. So Akrura came, and Kamsa revealed all his plans to Akrura and said, so here is a brand new chariot. Please take this new chariot and go to Vrindavan and bring Krishna and Balaram for Dhanuryaga here to Mathura. So Akrura and Kamsa was thinking that Akrura would get more excited to drive this brand new chariot. But actually Akrura got excited not to drive the brand new chariot, but he was thinking that the chariot which has already been used by Kamsa is not fit for Krishna and Balaram to travel. So they deserve a brand new chariot. So with that reason Akrura got excited, and Akrura also gave a warning. Although you have made your full plans to protect yourself from death and to kill the Supreme Lord, still whatever is supposed to happen will happen. Nobody can change a person's fate or destiny. So Akrura gave a slight caution note to Kamsa. Nevertheless, he was obliged. So Akrura went back home. So the next day morning, he has to start to Vrindavan. So it was on Ekadashi day that Akrura got this message from Kamsa. So that whole Ekadashi night, Akrura had spent his time thinking of Krishna. That whole night, Akrura could not sleep because Akrura was very much excited that, oh, tomorrow I am going to Vrindavan and I will be seeing Krishna and Balaram there. So Akrura was thinking like this. So whole night he could not sleep, and early morning he just got up and he took the chariot and he traveled to Vrindavan. So Prabhupada says that one cannot go to Vrindavan just by purchasing a ticket. So we have to learn the mood of entering Vrindavan from Akrura. So Akrura's travel to Vrindavan is such an exemplary journey, like that teaches us how a devotee should be absorbed in thoughts of Krishna, in complete Krishna consciousness while going to Vrindavan. So it's that consciousness, it's that Krishna consciousness that makes us qualified to enter Vrindavan, and not the other external things. So physically one may go there, but in spirit one can be absorbed in the mood of Vrindavan by remembering Krishna, by being grateful to Krishna, as exemplified by Akrura on his path back to Vrindavan. First time he's going to Vrindavan. Although Vrindavan and Mathura are so close, so many Mathuravasis, they could not go to Vrindavan. So this is the situation in this world. Although it seems that it's quite possible and doable, and it is very easy, but still we won't be able to do certain things because the destiny is so strong. So Akrura was staying so close to Vrindavan. He was in Mathura. If he wants, he can just take his chariot and he can go at any time. But because of Kamsa's fear, Akrura never went to Vrindavan, and so many Mathuravasis could not go to Vrindavan. They have been hearing about Krishna and Balaram once in a while. So Akrura now got an opportunity to see Krishna. And Akrura is sure nothing will happen to Krishna. Although Kamsa has made elaborate plans to kill Krishna and Balaram, being Krishna and Balaram being the supreme personalities of Godhead, they cannot be harmed by anyone, whether it is Kamsa or any other demon. So Akrura meditated throughout the night, and early morning he started to Vrindavan. So on his way, he was thinking. We'll just discuss a couple of verses. So for a few minutes, we will discuss about the travel of Akrura to Vrindavan, and then for a few more minutes, we will discuss the discussions that happened between Akrura, Krishna and Balaram and the Vrajavasis. And after that, we will discuss the feelings of separation of the gopis when Krishna is about to depart from Vrindavan. It's a very sad scene. So Akrura is going to Vrindavan now. So Sukadeva Goswami, I'm reading from 10th canto, 38th chapter. Sukadeva Goswami says, Gachan pathi mahabhago bhagavatyambuje kshane bhaktim param upagatam evam etad achintayat. With great bhakti, with great devotion, Akrura is traveling to Vrindavan. And on his way, he was feeling so humble. He says, Kim maya charitam bhadram kim taptam paramam tapaham kim va thapyarhate dattam yadrakshyam yadjakeshavam. So Akrura says that what great austerities did I do? What great pious activities or charities or sacrifices have I done? So, so that I'm able to see Krishna today. So that does not mean that by performing austerities or sacrifices or giving charity or doing some pious activities, one can attain an opportunity to see Krishna in Vrindavan. That's not the meaning there, but it's a conventional way of saying it. And what we need to identify here is Akrura is so excited and he's feeling so blessed and fortunate to be able to see Krishna in Vrindavan. He's valuing this opportunity a lot. That's what we need to see here. What great austerities have I done? What great pious activities did I do to be able to see Krishna in Vrindavan today? So he was thinking like this. He was appreciating and he was being grateful for Krishna's mercy. Fourth shloka. Mamaitadurlabham manya uttama shloka darshanam vishayatmano yatha brahma kirtanam shudra janmanah. So this shloka says that Mamaitadurlabham manya. People like me, for people like me, it's extremely difficult to get this opportunity to see Krishna. Mamaitadurlabham manya uttama shloka darshanam. To have darshan of Krishna in Vrindavan is not an ordinary privilege. So we cannot take it cheaply. So Akrura is revealing that people who are Vishayatmano like me, people who are absorbed in material enjoyment and common materialistic household life, for such people, it's very difficult to enter Vrindavan. This is not about Krishna conscious Grihastha life. It is about materialistic household life with a lot of attachments. But Akrura definitely is a Krishna conscious person, but out of his humility, he's thinking that I'm unqualified. I'm Vishayatmana. I'm absorbed in so many materialistic household affairs. So, Brahma Kirtanam Shudra Janmanaha. For someone who is like a Shudra, for him to recite Vedas is very rare. So, just similarly, for a Vishayatmana like me, to see Krishna in Vrindavan is very rare. It's very difficult. So, Akrura is not taking this opportunity for granted. Akrura is feeling that I am not qualified for this. So, in our regular practice of bhakti also, we cannot feel, a humble devotee does not feel that I am qualified to receive this special spiritual privilege. A devotee does not feel like that. For every small blessing or opportunity to render service or whatever it may be, a devotee feels that I am not qualified, but it's the great mercy of Krishna that I am receiving this opportunity to see him or to serve him or to associate with his devotees or to take his darshan or to come to his temple or come to his holy dham or to even chant his holy names. So it's the greatest fortune that I have. So this is the mood of a devotee. So devotee always considers himself unqualified. So Prabhupada writes that a devotee, although he is qualified in various ways, he never feels that he is qualified or he is fit to receive such a spiritual privilege. But Akrura, in the later shloka, he says, fifth shloka, Maivam mamadhamasyapi syat eva achyuta darshanam hriyamanaha kalanadya kvachit tarati kaschana. Akrura says that somebody is drowning in a river. And he does not know swimming also. He is drowning in the river or ocean, and he does not know swimming, and the shore is nowhere seen. But still, if he is fortunate enough, then the waves of the river themselves will just throw this person onto the shore. So it's very surprising. So it's fixed that this person will drown because he does not know swimming and he is in the midst of this water body. But the waves of that river or ocean themselves will just carry him on the shore. Then you need to understand that he is extremely fortunate. Similarly, for a materially observed person like me, it's very, and not only Akrura is thinking that he's a Vishayatmana, he's a materialistic person, he is also considering that I am a servant of Kamsa. What is the opportunity? What is the possibility for a servant of Kamsa to have Krishna's darshan? It's extremely difficult. But although I am a Vishayatmana, although I am a Kamsa Bhritya, still I got the opportunity to see Krishna in Vrindavan today. So just like the waves of the river, which are supposed to drown this person, those very waves just threw him on the shore. Similarly, Kamsa, who is supposed to restrict or punish people who are devoted to Krishna, that same Kamsa told Akrura, you go to Vrindavan and see Krishna there. So Kamsa, Akrura is totally surprised. My God, Kamsa had personally sent me. So Kamsa, Akrura feels grateful to Kamsa also. Now the river, which was supposed to drown this person, the waves of that river just threw this person on the shore. So then instead of seeing the river as a devouring death, this person starts feeling grateful to that river. Similarly, Kamsa is demoniac, but Akrura is feeling that, okay, even through Kamsa also, Krishna gave me this great fortune and opportunity. So I'm very grateful to Kamsa. Kamsa has done a great favor to me. Sometimes Krishna can give us some blessing or show us some favor, even through some materialistic people and demoniac people also. So Krishna can use anyone as an instrument in our spiritual life. So we need to identify it. Otherwise, we will miss these opportunities to perceive Krishna's grace and Krishna's mercy in various stages of our life. We can conveniently miss them. We need to be a little more thoughtful and introspective and very observant in our spiritual life. So then Mama, so I'll have to skip few verses. Now this Akrura says that, okay, let me keep aside all my conceptions of being unfit to see Krishna in Vrindavan. Now that I received an opportunity, let me just take this. So we need to understand that although a devotee of Krishna feels that he is unqualified in various ways, he also understands that Krishna's mercy is greater than my disqualification. Yes, I'm unqualified. I'm unfit. I have so many disqualifications. I have so many anarthas. I have so many shortcomings. I'm unqualified in 100 different ways or 1,000 different ways. But still, Krishna's mercy is greater than my disqualification. If I don't accept a spiritual privilege, if somebody says, Prabhu, can you please do this service? No, I'm unqualified. I will not do this. That's like one way of saying it. And although even if the person is genuine, still because it is Krishna's grace, one can come out of that shortcomings and Krishna can empower that person, or Krishna can give the ability to that person to perform that service also. So Krishna's mercy, Krishna's grace is greater than our disqualifications. That's why although a devotee is convinced that he is not fit to accept some spiritual privilege or do some special service, still a devotee accepts that service and does it and perform it. Okay. Now another example, Prahalad Maharaj. So Siddhas, Charanas, Vidyadharas, Gandharvas, and Vishnu Parshadas, and Brahma, Shiva, Narada Muni, and so many great sages, including Lakshmi Devi, they failed to please Narasimhadev, to appease Narasimhadev, because Narasimhadev, after killing Hiranyakashipu, he is still maintaining the mood of anger. So Narasimhadev was not getting pacified, although so many people offered prayers. But at that time, Brahma told Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad, you please go and request Narasimhadev to you pacify Narasimhadev. Then Prahlad went forward. And the first thing that Prahlad said was, Brahmadayasura ganaha munayoth siddha sattvaikatanakatayo vachasam pravahaihi नाराधितुं पुरुगणैः अधुनापि पिप्रु किं तोष्टुमर्हति समे हरिरुग्रजातेः. He says that Brahma failed, Suragana, all the devatas failed, and all the munis failed, all the siddhas failed. If everyone failed to appease you, even Lakshmi Devi also failed to appease you, how can I appease you? How can I offer prayers for your satisfaction, my dear Lord Narasimhadev? Harirugrajate, I am born in a demoniac species. They are in mode of goodness and we are in modes of ignorance and passion. What is the possibility that I can please you? So Prahlad is convinced about his inferiority in comparison to all these exalted personalities, and Prahlad is convinced about his own disqualifications and his demoniac birth and age and experience. In all ways, Prahlad considers himself unfit. But later, after 3-4 verses, he says, Tasmadaham vigata viklava ishwarasya, means he says, let me keep aside all my conceptions of being unqualified to pray to Narasimhadev. I will be able to pray to Narasimhadev. I will be able to please him and satisfy him and appease him by his own grace. So when I am able to do some service to Krishna, it's not my ability. It is Krishna's grace, Krishna's empowerment. Although a devotee considers oneself to be unfit in 100 different ways, still the devotee, he or she, will do that seva, keeping faith in Krishna's empowerment, understanding that Krishna's grace is greater than one's own disqualification. So Akrura said, okay, let me keep aside all my disqualification thoughts. Let me just focus on Krishna's grace now. Now I'm going to see Krishna. I'm going to Vrindavan now. And all the deer, auspicious animals are passing towards my right side. It's an auspicious sign. So that's indicating that I'm going to have greatest fortune. And in this context, Akrura also speaks so many beautiful shlokas. So we can't go through all of them. But one sloka I'll speak. यस्याखिलामीव हविस्सुमङ्गलैः वाचो विमिश्रा गुणकर्म जन्मभिः प्राणन्ति शुम्भन्ति पुनन्ति वै जगद्यास्तद्विरक्ता शवशोभनामताः. Yasya akhila amiva havihi sumangalaihi, means this Krishna Katha is the cause of greatest auspiciousness to the entire universe. Prananti means it will give prana, it will animate us, animate the entire universe. Shumbhanti, it will beautify the universe. Punanti, it will purify the universe. Krishna Katha can do all these things. Krishna Katha animates the universe, beautifies the universe, and purifies the universe. Vacho vimishra gunakarma janmabhihi. Those words that are mixed with Krishna's nama, rupa, guna, leela can purify, animate, and beautify the entire universe. And those words that are devoid of Krishna's glories are shavashobhanamataha. They are decorations on dead body. That is the greatness of Krishna Katha. And even in Mukundamala Stotra also there is a beautiful shloka that describes the glories of Krishna Katha. It says, Vyamoha prashamaushadham munimano vritti pravrityaushadham daityendrartika raushadham tribhuvane sanjeevanaikaushadham bhaktatyantahitaushadham bhavabhaya pradhamsanaikaushadham Shreyah praptika raushadham tribhuvane Sri Krishna divyaushadham. Shreyah praptika raushadham pibamanaha Sri Krishna divyaushadham. So Sri Krishna divyaushadham, all the glories of Krishna are like divya aushadha, means divine transcendental medicine for the disease of this material existence. So that can completely vanquish our illusion. Vyamoha prashamaushadham minimano vritti pravrityaushadham. So Krishna Katha will inspire great thoughtful sages also to make their occupation as devotional service. Daityendrartikaraushadham Tribhuvane Sanjeevanekaushadham. So this Krishna Katha, if you take shelter of Krishna Katha, that can cause terror in the hearts of demoniac people who trouble devotees. And it's like Sanjeevani mantra. The Sanjeevani can revive even dead people and unconscious people and lifeless people back to life. Similarly, Krishna Katha can revive all of us to our original constitutional position of being servants of the Lord. So without being engaged in Krishna's service, we are not actually fulfilling the purpose of our life, especially human life. So in this way, Krishna's glories are described in various ways, and Akrura also describes that. And later, to summarize the whole thing, Akrura gets excited. Now I'm going to see Krishna in Vrindavan, and as soon as I go there, I can offer obeisances to Krishna. Akrura is meditating on every moment. Is it clear? Is there any disturbance? Am I audible?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So Akrura is meditating on every possible moment that he is going to experience in Vrindavan. So Akrura says, I am going to offer obeisances to Krishna. We may sometimes go to the temple and then offer dandavats in front of Prabhupada, offer dandavats in front of the deities, and it may happen just effortlessly and quote unquote mechanically sometimes. But Akrura is saying that I am going to offer obeisances to Krishna. Means offering obeisances to Krishna is also such a great thing that Akrura is excited with that. Then Krishna will just lift me with his loving hands, and Krishna will embrace me. Krishna will put his loving hand on my head. And not only I will offer obeisances to Krishna, I will also offer obeisances to Krishna's devotees, all the gopas. So we should not only offer obeisances or respects to Krishna and worship him, we should also be respectful to devotees of Krishna. So Akrura meditates like this, and eventually he reaches Vrindavan by the evening time. So Akrura was so absorbed in these thoughts of Krishna's darshan, the darshana ahlada vivurdha sambhramaha. So ahlada means happiness. So Akrura was so absorbed in the excitement of seeing Krishna's form. So Akrura was like totally absorbed in that mood. So he could not understand how his chariot is moving. So whether the chariot is going in east direction or west direction or left or right, he could not even keep track of all of that. He started from his house on his chariot, and by the evening he reached Vrindavan. He could not even see the way also. Somehow Krishna's energies brought Akrura all the way to Vrindavan, while Akrura was absorbed in his meditation. So that's another important observation here. So then eventually Akrura reached Vrindavan by the end of the day. Then he saw Krishna's divine footprints on the land of Vrindavan, and Akrura went into ecstasy. Oh, I am, and Akrura offered obeisances to those footprints, and he started rolling in the dust of those footprints. And Akrura did not have any fear, because the spice of Kamsa are just going everywhere. And they might notice that Akrura is expressing publicly so much of love and devotion towards Krishna. They may go and inform Kamsa, and Kamsa might cause some harm to Akrura and his family. So Akrura did not even think of all of that. As soon as he saw Krishna's divine lotus footprints, Akrura just went into ecstasy, and he started rolling in the dust there. So, and he even says, Dehabhritamaya hitva dambham bhayam shucham Sandeshadyo harer linga darshana shravanadibhi. He says Dehabhritan yanartho, means the purpose of having a body is this: what? Hitva dambham, giving up pride, bhiyam shucham, giving up fear and lamentation. You should just focus on Krishna conscious elements. Sandeshadyo harer linga darshana shravanadibhi. So just absorb yourself in darshan, seeing Krishna, and Shravan, hearing about Krishna and speaking about Krishna. Just do these elements of bhakti yoga. That's the purpose of having a human body. He says like this. So one should give up dambha, bhaya, shuchaha, and one should do Shravanam, Kirtanam, Darshanam. So this is what Akrura says. Then, true to Akrura's expectation, Krishna and Balaram come in front of Akrura. I'm just summarizing a long story into short. And Krishna and Balaram just very lovingly receive Akrura into his house, and Akrura reached by the evening time. So he could see all the cows and cowhead boys. They are coming back from the forest to the village, and Nanda Maharaj received Akrura so well and asked. Nanda Maharaj asked Akrura, "Oh Akrura, you are living under this merciless Kamsa. That means you are just like a sheep under the care of a butcher. So at any point, this butcher can, kill. So Kamsa killed all his nephews right in front of his sister. So why should I even ask about your well-being? I understand that you are not very happy. So, anyways, we have come to our house, and he must be fatigued. Please take rest." So in this way, Nanda Maharaj has arranged all facilities and comforts for Akrura. And then Nanda Maharaj sat with Akrura for a while, and then he went outside the room. It's somewhere in the night. Then Krishna and Balaram continued to stay with Akrura in Akrura's room, while Nanda Maharaj went outside the room to do some night duties. So then Akrura had a very confidential conversation with Krishna and Balaram. So Akrura started revealing so many things. Then first this Krishna asked, "My dear uncle, has your trip been very comfortable? How are your well-wishers?" And again Krishna also said the same thing, that as long as the disease of our Yadu dynasty Kamsa is living, how can we have any happiness? So then Akrura started responding, "Yes, yes, there is no happiness in Mathura. So everybody is subjugated by Kamsa, and Kamsa is oppressing all the Yadu warriors. And he, since the day of your mother's marriage, Devaki's marriage, till today, she has no happiness in her life." Akrura revealed that Devaki and Vasudev were being tormented by Kamsa since the day of Devaki's marriage. So since then, so they lost 6 sons, and then later they were imprisoned, and even recently also he told, Akrura told Krishna that even recently also Kamsa threatened Vasudev. Kamsa was about to kill Vasudev. Somehow Narada Muni intruded and then protected Vasudeva and Devaki. Otherwise, Kamsa would have killed them. And also Vasudev's brother Devabhaga has a son named Uddhava, and that Uddhava is very pure, and in separation from Krishna, that Uddhava is in madness. So Akrura revealed all these things. Then Krishna said, "I know all these things, but still, please describe in more detail." Then Akrura looked in all directions, so no one should come there. Very quietly, Akrura started speaking to Krishna. He says that Narada Muni met Kamsa and revealed that you both, means Krishna and Balaram, are the 7th and 8th children of Devaki. So Narada Muni has revealed this. And Devaki's 7th child was actually Balaram, but Yogamaya has transferred Balaramji from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. So now, so Devaki's 7th child is actually Balaram in that sense, and Devaki's 8th child is definitely Krishna. And knowing that Maya has been born, Yogamaya has been born to Yashoda, Vasudeva placed that baby girl from Yashoda's lap to Devaki's lap, and then Kamsa thought that Devaki's 8th child was this baby girl, and tried to kill her. So Krishna says, "Oh, this is all astonishing me." Actually, nothing is astonishing to Krishna, but still Krishna is absorbed in the mood of a child there, and at the same time he's just pleading innocence in front of Akrura. So Akrura said that, "So I have heard all these things from the mouth of Vasudeva directly about the secret of your birth and Yogamaya." So then, looking as if surprised, Krishna then thought to himself, "Yes. Actually, I was born in a two-handed form from Mother Yashoda, and I was born in a four-handed form from Devaki. So now, being the son of Yashoda, I should consider Vasudeva as my uncle. Okay, in my two-handed form. But in my four-handed form, I should consider Nanda Maharaj as my uncle. But later, this four-handed form Krishna, who was born in Kamsa's prison cell, he transformed himself into two-handed form, and that two-handed Krishna was brought by Vasudev all the way to Gokul, and then this Krishna is left in Yashoda Mata's bed, and the two-handed Krishna, who is Yashoda's son, and the two-handed Krishna, who is Vasudev's son, they both merged into one. And that Krishna stayed in Vrindavan. Now Krishna has to stay in Mathura. He has to shift to Mathura. Then after that, all these birth secrets were revealed, and then finally Akrura said that Krishna, your mother Devaki has been emaciated, and she has no happiness in her heart at all since several years, and she cannot even smile properly. She hardly can smile. So a mother who has an able son like you should not suffer like this. So it should not be within the fate of Devaki to suffer like this. So he has been suffering after your birth also. It's more than a decade since you are born. Still she is suffering like this. So now it's your responsibility to come and relieve your mother from all this suffering. So please come there. Then as Krishna and Balaram listened to this piteous description given by Akrura, they even had tears in their eyes. So then Krishna asked, did you come here to give this news about our parents, Akrura? Then Akrura said in shame, no, not just speaking about your parents in front of you, I have another news. Then Krishna asked, what is that? Actually, the purpose of my coming here is that Kamsa ordered me to come here, and Kamsa has organized a big Dhanuryaga, a sacrifice to honor Lord Shiva's bow, and in that bow festival, he is erecting wrestling arena and then making so many arrangements, and he described elaborately all the intentions of Kamsa, and then finally said that I am instructed to invite you to Mathura. So my service is to take Krishna and Balaram, you both, to Mathura, and Kamsa has made plan to kill both of you. Then Krishna and Balaram understood the deeper plan of Kamsa and Akrura's words, and they laughed. Kamsa is trying to kill us, and Kamsa is making a plan to kill my parents. So we will teach him a lesson. So after hearing all these things, I have made it very short. So basically, I'm just taking points from Srimad Bhagavatam, then the commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam, including Prabhupada, of course, Prabhupada, then Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, Jiva Goswami, and Sanatana Goswami, and also Harivamsha, Garga Samhita, Anandavardhana Champu, and Gopal Champu. So if we take from all these, 8-9 resources, then we can understand more and more details of this 10th canto episodes. Then finally, Akrura revealed this news, and to cut the long story short, Krishna came out of the room and then informed Nanda Maharaj. So Akrura has been instructed by Kamsa to give the news of Dhanuryaga to the Brajavasis, and his desire is that we both also should go to Mathura. Then Nanda Maharaj could not digest this news. So Nanda Maharaj thought that, okay, let me call other chief people of Vrindavan. Then he called Upananda and many other elder Gopas, and then he had a meeting there. So this is Kamsa's order. He's the king. We are supposed to follow his order. And if we don't follow his order, he might just even harm us also. He can come here and then kill us also. So Kamsa is such a cruel person. So when he has ordered something, we have to execute. But still, I'm very much concerned about Krishna and Balaram. What will happen? Why he is specifically calling Krishna and Balaram? Why these boys are necessary? We are going anyways to pay taxes every year. Then they had a long meeting. They were considering the pros and cons of sending Krishna and Balaram there. Then Krishna says, my dear father, why are you worried so much? If Kamsa does any mischief there, I will kill him. I have killed Arishtasur, I have killed Keshi, I have killed Vyomasur, I have killed so many people. You have seen me killing, so I can kill Kamsa also. Then Nandamara said, yeah, you can kill Kamsa. And Upananda said, yes, you can kill Kamsa, because nobody had any doubt about Krishna's prowess. Not that the Brajavasis are thinking Krishna to be God, but because Gargamuni came to Vrindavan and then predicted that Krishna would be specially empowered by Narayana, he will have Narayana Samogunaihi. Means Krishna will exhibit qualities equivalent to Narayana, and he has some special powers and superhuman powers and all that. So, because of the blessings of Narayana, Krishna will be able to kill Kamsa. That everyone is convinced about it. Although they don't think that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, they only think that Krishna is their beloved child. So, but still, why Krishna has to go to Mathura? So, as the people were discussing like this in Vrindavan, Purnamasi came there. And Purnamasi said that if Krishna goes to Mathura, definitely there will be auspiciousness. And what is the nature of that auspiciousness? Kamsa's death. If Kamsa is killed, so many people can stay peacefully. Mathura vasis can be peaceful, and even Vrindavan vasis also can be peaceful. But if we deny the order of Kamsa, and Kamsa could even harm Brajavasis also. So everybody is afraid of this fact. They are mobilizing now. So Purnamasi says that Purnamasi just spoke very eloquently, just few words only. She said that if Krishna goes to Mathura, there will be auspiciousness for everyone. But there could be some delay in Krishna's returning back to Vrindavan. Saying this much, she left. But that some delay, how much is that she did not specify, but it will be a long delay. And all the Vrajavasis thought that, okay, delay means like maybe 1 or 2 days. Like today's Dwadashi. Tomorrow, Trayodashi, early morning, we will start to Mathura. And on Chaturdashi, the festival is there. And immediately Krishna will come back. So, Parso means in 2 days. So, day after tomorrow means in two days, Krishna can come back. So, they were thinking like that. So, everybody was thinking like this and then agreed. And Mother Yashoda is watching the whole discussion behind the curtains, and she fell unconscious. She could not even bear the thought that Krishna is leaving Vrindavan now. So she could not digest this fact. But still, all the elders in the Vrindavan community, they were deciding that yes, Krishna can go. Nanda Maharaj had hundreds of doubts within his mind. But he has to conduct a very rational and logical discussion, being the king of Vrindavan, while being so emotional within his heart. So internally, his emotions and his heart was saying that I should not send Krishna to Vrindavan, but externally, everybody is presenting different logics. And Nanda Maharaj said, being a king, he's supposed to say, yeah, he has to pass some decision. Yes, we need to go. We have to send. Otherwise, Kamsa will harm. So for our own welfare, we have to send. But Nanda Maharaj is not completely convinced about it. But still, it has been decided, okay, we will send Krishna. And Krishna started reassuring Nanda Maharaj and all the Brajavasis, I will come very soon. I will kill Kamsa if he does any mischief. But because he is the king and he ordered us, we are supposed to follow this. So then it has been decided. So a big announcement was also made in Vrindavan. That's in the night time. So Akrura came somewhere like sometime during the sunset, towards the evening, and in the night time this decision has been made, and in the night only announcement also has been made. So all of you Brajavasis should pack your taxes and whatever milk products and grains and whatever you want to offer to the king, you should pack. And tomorrow early morning after sunrise, we are starting to Mathura. Then that announcement has been made, and all the chief Brajavasis, cowherd men, prepared themselves. But when the gopis of Vrindavan, means the Madhurya gopis of Vrindavan, have heard this news, they could not digest this fact. What kind of announcement is this? So Krishna is going away from Vrindavan. Krishna is going to Mathura, what kind of decision these elders have made? Nanda, Upananda, and many other chief elders in Vrindavan, they have made this decision to send Krishna away from Vrindavan. So gopis could not even digest this fact. So then they sing this Viraha Gita, means the song of separation. They started gathering in small groups, and they started singing Viraha Gita. Just they could not contain their feelings of separation from Krishna. So when if Krishna goes to Mathura, he may not come back, because uh, the feeling of this Madhurya gopis is that they are all in Parakiya Rasa. So Swakiya Rasa, Madhurya Rasa has two things, two parts. Swakiya means wedded love, Parakiya means unwedded love. So Swakiya Rasa is like all the queens of Vrindavan who officially married Krishna, and Parakiya Rasa is for all the gopis of Vrindavan. Queens of Dwarka are in Swakiya, and Parakiya is this gopis of Vrindavan are in Parakiya Rasa. So they did not marry Krishna. So now these gopis were thinking that we are simple village girls, and Krishna might make friendship with more sophisticated people, sophisticated women in Mathura, and he may forget all of us. So that is the fear of all the gopis, and he may never come back also. Krishna can easily make friendship with new women there in Mathura, and he will never come back to Vrindavan to see us. So although all the Vrajavasis believed that Krishna will come just within 2 days, but gopis thought that Krishna will not come back, or Krishna may not come back at all. They were thinking like this. He will stay there only. So, and during the night, they experienced very excruciating pain. So, Srimati Radharani, as soon as she has heard this news, she fainted. And a comparison is given in Garga Samhita. She fainted like a banana tree that is struck by a great wind. When great winds come, these banana trees are uprooted, they just fall down. So Srimati Radharani fell down like that. Then other gopis also, they could not digest this fact. So the beauty of their faces suddenly withered away, and their rings, the rings that they're wearing, they started slipping like bangles. Ring means it's held tightly to the finger. Bangles are like they are little bigger than the wrist. So the rings became like bangles, means they became spontaneously, they became emaciated. They exhibited a lot of physical bodily transformations also, not only mental agitation. Physically also they became very weak as soon as they heard this news. Then to console all the gopis, Krishna expanded himself into multiple forms. As many number of gopis are there, those many forms Krishna exhibited, and Krishna went into each and every gopi that night to console them, to specifically console them. Krishna consoled and pacified the Vrajavasis in general in that meeting that we just discussed, but the gopis, they cannot participate in the meeting, and their feelings are much more intense compared to even the regular Vrajavasis also. So Krishna took special efforts to go and console these gopis. Because Krishna understands within his heart, although he's staying in Nandamara's house and all the gopis are in different houses all over Vrindavan, but Krishna is very much in sync with their moods. So Krishna expanded himself into multiple forms and met each and every gopi individually. First, Krishna went to Srimati Radharani's house. Shri Radha Mandiram Gatva Drishtva Radham Cha Murchitam Raha Sthitam Sakhi Gane Nanada Muralim Kalam. So Shri Radha Mandiram Gatva. First Krishna went to Srimati Radharani's house. Drishtva Radham Cha Murchitam. So Radharani fell unconscious. So Krishna saw, and in the company of her friends, so she could not control herself, and Krishna started playing his flute very softly to bring her back to consciousness and to have a conversation with Srimati Radharani. Shritva Vamsi Dhvanim Radha Sahasothaya chaturam netra unmilya dadrishe Shri Govindam samagatam. So, Shritva Vamshi Dhvanim Radha. As soon as Srimati Radharani heard the Vamshi Dhvani, the sound of Krishna's divine flute, she just got up. She became conscious again, agitated. She opened her eyes and saw Krishna had come. Krishna is standing right in front of her beautiful eyes, and she gazed at him just like a lotus flower gazes at the sun. And approaching Krishna, she respectfully offered him a seat. Ashrupurna mukhim dinam radham kamalalochanam shochantim bhagavan aha megha gambhiraya gira. So Srimati Radharani, Ashrupurna mukhim dinam, she is Dina, she is in a very piteous condition. Ashrupurna mukhi means her eyes are filled with tears. Radham kamalalochanam, and Srimati Radharani has lotus eyes. And Shochantim Bhagavan Aha Megha Gambhiraya Gira. Seeing her in deep lamentation, Krishna started speaking to her in a voice as grave as thunder. Then Krishna spoke to Srimati Radharani. My dear Radha, why are you unhappy? Please don't cry. Are you unhappy because you heard that I am going away? Please, don't you understand the purpose of my appearance in this world? Bhuvo bharavataraya kamsadinam vadhaya cha brahmana prarthitaha sakshat jatoham vai tvaya saha. So Krishna says that Bhuvo bharavataraya, I have descended onto this earthly planet to reduce the burden of earth, and kamsadinam vadhaya cha, to also annihilate demoniac people like Kamsa. Then Brahmana prarthitaha sakshat. So Sakshat Brahma has offered his prayer for my descent. So that's why I have come. So Jato ham vai tvaya saha. That's why I have appeared in this planet along with you. So you please understand the reason for my appearance. Muhurtam hi gamishyami harishyami bhuvo bharam. Shighram atra gamishyami karishyami shubham tava. So Krishna is promising. Mathuram hi gamishyami. Mathuram hi gamishyami means I will go to Mathura. Harishyami bhuvo bharam. I will also reduce the burden of the earth by killing Kamsa and many other demonic people. Shighram atragamishyami. Very soon I will come back to this place also, to Vrindavan also. Karishyami shubham tava. And I will bring all happiness to you again. So please understand that our separation is only temporary, not permanent. So I will go now. I will reduce the burden of the earth. I will stay for some time, and I will come back to Vrindavan and to cause happiness to all of you. Then Srimati Radharani responded to Krishna that her heart was filled with love. Her body was trembling. Her hairs were standing on end. So Radharani, she with great anxiety and immersed in feelings of separation from Krishna, sitting right in front of Krishna, she started speaking that, yes, please go to Mathura and reduce the burden of earth. But please hear the vow that I am taking. While you go to Mathura, just understand that I cannot keep my body alive. So your going to Mathura is equal to my death. So she said like that. If you do not believe that I will keep this vow, so please stay for 1 second here. The anxious breath that appears on my face, that will be extinguished like a speck of camphor devoured by flames. So you keep a camphor there and then you lit fire there. The camphor becomes invisible within moments. Similarly, Radharani says, my life will just go away when you go to Mathura. Just you can stand here because you have revealed your decision to me that you have to go to Mathura. Please stay here for a few seconds. Then you observe me die. Then Krishna became so concerned, and he also experienced so much of pain in his heart, and he started speaking to Radharani. Vachanam me swanigamam दूरीकर्तुं क्षमोऽस्म्यहम् Bhaktanam vachanam radhe दूरीकर्तुं न च क्षमः. So Krishna said, my dear Radharani, I can give up on my words. I told you that I will reduce the burden of the earth. That's why I have come here. I can compromise on my promise also. I'm not attached to keeping my promise, but I'm very much attached to keeping the words of my devotees. That's why I'm going. What is the connection here? The connection is that once there was a quarrel between Srimati Radharani and Shridama in Goloka. It's a very long story. I won't be able to speak all that now. It's beyond time also. So in that quarrel, Srimati Radharani cursed Sridama to become a demon. That's why he became Shankachuda. A portion of him became Shankachuda, and Krishna killed him on holy day. And Sridama cursed Radharani that she will experience separation from Krishna for 100 years. So because Radharani cursed Sridama and Sridama cursed Radharani, Krishna says that because you both cursed each other, I have to fulfill that curses. So I have to fulfill your words. So to your separation from me has been predestined by your own conversation with Sridama. I have to keep your words intact. So I have to go there. So you need to experience some separation from me. Ma shokam kuru kalyani varam me smara radhike masam masam viyoge te darshanam me bhavishyati. Krishna says that please don't cry, Srimati Radharani. Varam me smara radhike. Please remember, I am giving you one vara. Vara means benediction. Month after month, I will still see you. Even though we are separated, even though I am staying in Mathura, still month after month I will come and see you. That means Krishna revealed to Radharani that like he's not coming back in just 2-3 days. He will be staying there for a long time, for a century. And month after month means the visit is more than months, several months. So that is very clear to Srimati Radharani that it will be a long separation, not a short separation. So then finally Radharani said, Lokabhirama Janabhushana Vishwadeepa Kandarpa Mohana Jagad Vrijinartiharim Ananda Kanda Yadunandana Suno Adhyagamasya Shapatham Kurume Purastvam. Oh Lokabhirama, oh Lord, who can cause great happiness to the whole world. Janabhushana, oh ornament of all men. Vishwadeepa, oh lamp of the whole universe that can illuminate the whole universe. Kandarpa Mohana, oh Krishna, who can enchant even Cupid, Kamadev also. Jagad Vrijinarti Harin, oh Krishna, who can just vanquish all the distresses of this entire material existence. Ananda Kanda Yadunandana Nanda Suno, oh greatest cause of all happiness. Yadunandana, oh descendant of Yadus. Nanda Suno, oh son of Nanda Maharaj. Adhyagamasya Shapatham Kurume Purastvam. So promise me, please promise me that you will come back to me. So then Krishna promised, yes, I will certainly come back. It's not that there will be a permanent stay in Mathura. I will come back soon to give you association. So every month I will return. I will promise on my cows also. I take a vow on all my cows because no one is dear to Krishna than his cows. That's why Krishna is called Gopala. So Radharani, please believe my words. I'm promising. I'm giving a word. So like that. Then Premaiva kartavyam ato mayi stavaha swataha premna samanam bhuvi nasti kinchit. So he says that all the living entities should love me only, and in this world there is nothing more valuable and more greater than love. So like that, Krishna comforted Srimati Radharani, and similarly he consoled all the other gopis of Vrindavan also during the night, and then he returned to Nanda Maharaj's palace. So then still all the gopis, Bhagavatam describes that all the gopis of Vrindavan, they gathered together in small groups during the night only, and they started discussing about Krishna. And they were criticizing the creator. So, oh Providence, you have no mercy. You bring jivas together and separate them, and it's all your childish play. You have brought all of us together, and you have created a lot of excitement and enjoyment in our association with Krishna so far, and we are so captivated, we are so enchanted with Krishna's beautiful face and all his loving glances and hearty appeals and pleasant smiles and jovial conversations. And now we have been separate, we are being separated from Krishna, so you are merciless. And then later they say that you have come in the form of Akrura. Akrura is not Akrura, he is actually Krura. He is very cruel. Krura means cruel. Akrura means one who is not cruel. But they call Akrura to be Krura. The providence has come in the form of Akrura. And this Akrura is not even bothering to even console us. So we are undergoing excruciating pain, but this person Akrura is not even consoling us and taking Krishna away. And later they say that why are we criticizing Providence? Why are we criticizing Akrura? It is Krishna who is supposed to be criticized. Because Krishna is very restless. He can break relationships even within a second also. We left everything for him. Pati sutanvayat bhratrubandhava gativilanghyate achyutagataha gativilastavo udgita mohitaha kitavayoshitaha kastyajenishi. So they left their pati, sutta, bhratru, bandhava, their husbands and their brothers and their family members, and they left everything. And in the middle of the night, they came to serve Krishna, and Krishna says, please go back. It's not proper for cultured women in the Vedic society to come out in the middle of the night into the forest like this. Have you come here to see the landscaping and the beauty of the nature here? Now that you have seen, you can go back home. That's what Krishna says. And all the gopis said, you are a cheater. You played flute and then you attracted our hearts and you have brought us all the way till this forest, and now you are asking us to go back. Kitava yoshitaha kastyajenishi. Kitava, you are a cheater. They even blame Krishna. And now again in this Viraha Gita, they are blaming Krishna. They say that Krishna can break relationships very easily, just within a second. We left everything for him, and now he is leaving us, and now he is looking for new lovers, and definitely he will make friendship with a new woman in Mathura, and he will abandon us, because in Mathura it's a city. There will be so many sophisticated women, and we are simple village girls just processing cow dung and milking cows. But in city, there are many more sophisticated girls, and Krishna will definitely go and make friendship with them. Gopis are feeling little jealousy towards the ladies of Mathura, and the gopis say, "Sukham prabhata rajaneyamashishah satyabhuvah purayoshitam dharmam." The gopis are saying that Sukham prabhata rajaneyamashishah. Tomorrow's morning, they are speaking in the middle of the night of that Dwadashi. And Trayodashi morning, Krishna is just leaving from Vrindavan. Krishna is planning to leave. So the gopis are saying that the dawn, means the morning, would be very auspicious for Mathura Vasis, Mathura ladies. And it will be very inauspicious for all of us, because Krishna is leaving us and Krishna is going to them. So this prediction made by the gopis has become true. And Sukadeva Goswami says that only because gopis predicted like this that there will be auspiciousness in the lives of Mathuravasis the next day, the Mathuravasis were able to see the gopis, see Krishna in Mathura. Then it's a great festival for the eyes for the Mathuravasis. So we could not live even for a moment without Krishna, and now Krishna is just abandoning us. And they started recollecting all their loving exchanges that they had with Krishna, especially during the Rasalila. So we passed many nights as if it were a single moment. The gopis were saying, Yasyanuraga lalita smita valgu mantra Leelavaloka parirambhana rasa goshtham Nita Smana Kshanamiva Kshanada Vinatam Gopya Kathamnu Atitare Matamodurantam. So Yasyanu Raga Lalita Smita Valgumantra. The gopis are saying that Anuraga means Krishna, when he is speaking or smiling or glancing, all his glances and smiles and words are filled with love and affection. Anuraga. Leelavaloka parirambhana rasagostham. Leelavaloka means very playfully he glances. And Gopya Kathamnu Atitarema Tamodurantam. How can we surpass this deep ocean of separation and feelings of distress when Krishna is absent? They're unable to even accept. They say that darkness of absence, right? Atitarema Tamodurantam. Tama is darkness. What is the Tama here? The darkness of Krishna's absence. How can we bear this darkness of Krishna's absence? We feel separation of several yugas within one eye blink. Within one eye blink, which we cannot even notice, the gopis feel yugas of separation. They say that, oh Creator, what kind of eyes you have made? First you have given only two eyes. Two eyes are not sufficient to see Krishna's beauty. And these two eyes also have these eyelids and that which are constantly blinking. So you are not an intelligent designer of human bodies. You are supposed to give more eyes to see Krishna. So like that, the gopis expressed their feelings of separation. Sukadeva Goswami concludes, Evam bruvana viraha turabrisham vrajastriyah Krishna vishakta manasah visrijya lajja mruruduhu smasuswaram Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So throughout the night they could not sleep. They are just discussing about Krishna and they are condemning their own unfortunate destiny or fate. And Vishakta Manasaha, their hearts were filled or immersed in a lot of distress. Then Visrujya Lajjam, they gave up their shy and they came out. Ruruduhu. Ruruduhu means they came out crying. Suswaram, in loud voices, saying, Govinda Damodara Madhaviti. So that means, so far, they were discussing amongst themselves in small groups, in some secluded parts in Vrindavan, or their houses, or in their gardens, or in the courtyards, etc. Now, as it is becoming early in the morning, they could not control their feelings because they were expecting that by the time of morning, somebody will come, some elder will develop some common sense and then stop this Krishna's journey. So they were expecting like that. But nothing happened. They were thinking that these elders are killing themselves. They are just committing suicide by sending Krishna away from Vrindavan. Can't they understand what they are undergoing now? So because nobody took any action, because early in the morning, the preparations for Krishna's journey are happening. The gopis are just expecting somebody will just make some difference, but nothing has happened. So they themselves came out. They Visrujya Lajja means they have given up their shy, they have given up their womanly barriers, all social customs they have given up, and they just came out themselves on the roads, crying so loudly, calling Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. And some gopis went and they started lying on the road, saying that Akrura's chariot can pass on our dead bodies if at all Krishna has to go to Mathura. And some gopis went and caught the horses, not making them move. Some gopis caught the wheels of the chariot, and some other gopis went and caught the driver and then threw him on the ground and started beating him. And some gopis went and caught Balaram, and some gopis went and caught Krishna. Please don't go, please don't go. They were piteously crying, requesting Krishna to stay back. And still, because of the inevitable fate, the gopis, although they were crying, Krishna just consoled them, with not speaking so much, with his glances only he consoled them. It's very, again, little longer thing. So Krishna consoled them and then passed some messages through glances. that I will come back very soon. Please don't worry. It's my responsibility to go and address certain things in Mathura. So please, you don't worry. I will come back. And then Krishna's chariot moved ahead, uh, and the gopis were standing there like figures in painting till the last speck of dust raised from Akrura's chariot settled down. The gopis were just standing there, just watching Krishna going away from Vrindavan. And although it seems that Krishna is quite confident and comfortable, and excited going from Vrindavan to Mathura, Krishna is not very expressive. Krishna only convinced all the Brajavasis, okay, I'm going. Then Brajavasis said, hey, fine, you can go. And the gopis weeping is very much elaborately described. And Krishna is just happily going, apparently. But actually, Krishna is secretly weeping. He is also missing the gopis. He also cannot stay in separation from the gopis. The gopis of Vrindavan were expressing their feelings of separation in a very straightforward manner, but Krishna is secretly experiencing that separation, and he is weeping. Although when Krishna went to Mathura, he is touring Mathura city with great excitement. He kills that washerman. He takes garments from that weaver, and he takes garlands from Sudama, and he revives Kubja and takes ointments from her. So as if Krishna is just going in Mathura for tour, as if he's very happy. But Krishna, when he is touring Mathura, he was searching for faces that resemble gopis' faces, because internally he was feeling intense separation from the gopis of Vrindavan. So no one is there to console Krishna also. But actually Sukadeva Goswami is not very happy that Krishna is going to Vrindavan. While describing, Sukadeva Goswami took the side of the gopis. He's not taking side of Krishna so much. But other Acharyas, Krishna Chakravarti Thakur, so they say they reveal Krishna's heart little bit. And it's very deep, loving and emotional exchange. So it's difficult and it's a little beyond our capacity, at least my capacity also, to understand all this. So now these gopis are experiencing so much of feelings of separation because they have sweet experience of what it means to be with Krishna. But we have no, at least I have no, the regular struggling sadhakas have no experience of union with Krishna. They don't understand the feelings of separation from Krishna. But now if someone tells me that, like for example, I have been accustomed to eating, say, halwa in the last 20 years. Today, if you don't give me halwa, I miss it. But I never knew the spelling of halwa. I never saw the item halwa since my birth till date. If you ask me, are you missing halwa? I will say, what is halwa? So we need to understand that we will miss something. We will feel separation from something or someone only if we have a sweet experience of being with that person, or having some enjoyment with that object or person. So gopis have an experience of union with Krishna. Their feelings of separation from Krishna are very intense. So now a conditioned soul, an average conditioned soul, does not know his connection with Krishna oftentimes, and he does not realize. And even a struggling sadhaka, although he intellectually understands his connection with Krishna by studying scriptures or hearing Krishna Katha, still the feelings will not manifest. So one cannot completely understand the feelings of all the gopis of Vrindavan and all the Brajavasis. So for us, our connection with Krishna at this stage is through our elements of sadhana, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, by chanting the holy names of Krishna, by taking darshan of Krishna's deities, by studying Bhagavatam. So we should cultivate our Krishna consciousness, and we should try to connect with Krishna through all these elements of sadhana, by studying Bhagavatam, by chanting the holy names. And if we miss an opportunity, so one day we miss, studying Bhagavatam, or hearing Bhagavatam class, or taking darshan of the deities, So then we should feel separation from those elements of sadhana, because our connection with Krishna is through these elements of sadhana. So we need to miss them. So then we will one day, if Krishna blesses, one day we will be able to develop that love for Krishna, and then we can actually empathize with the gopis of Vrindavan. But at this stage, we can only appreciate a slight trace of a drop of the oceanic feelings of separation experienced by the gopis of Vrindavan. So, based on Bhagavatam, Garga Samhita, and other references, I just summarized the whole thing in short time. I'm very sorry. I went beyond time. I thought I should not be stopping in the middle. Mhm. I think I spent a lot of time in the beginning to see Akrura's entrance in Vrindavan. Anyways, I'm sorry for going beyond time. So thank you all very much. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions or comments?
There is a question in the chat, Prabhuji.
Okay. If you have a question, please post it. Okay. Yeah, he could do that. Krishna is kartum, akartum, anyatha kartum. Krishna can do. Krishna can kill Kamsa while staying in Vrindavan also, or while staying in Golok Vrindavan also. While staying in Golok Vrindavan, Krishna can just kill Kamsa, and Krishna need not have such Krishna can even hypnotize Kamsa and give him, make him give up his feelings of envy also. So Krishna can do many things, but we cannot question Krishna why he does what he does. Sometimes the reasons are given by the acharyas, sometimes they may not be given also, because unless Krishna goes out of Vrindavan and the gopis feel such intense separation, how will we understand that so much of love is there in gopis? How can we understand the intense display of emotions and love for Krishna? So we will miss an opportunity to see this Viraha Gita. We will miss an opportunity to understand the feelings of all the Vrajavasis. So for us, Krishna is going out of Vrindavan. Not only this, there are so many such instances. Now, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken sannyas. He has taken sannyas and he understands that Sachi Mata will be devastated. The Vrajavasis will be devastated. So at that place where Mahaprabhu's head is being shaved, he has such beautiful curly locks of hair. He's looking like a moon in the sky when you see his beautiful face as Gauranga. So, but Mahaprabhu has made a decision. I will take sannyas, so I will shave my head. So, seeing the head shaving ceremony of Mahaprabhu is also so painful for all the devotees of Mahaprabhu. But see, Mahaprabhu did it. Although Sachi Mata was crying so piteously in the middle of the night, Mahaprabhu just left. So now you can say, can't Mahaprabhu transform people without taking sannyas? Can't Mahaprabhu spread the holy names of Krishna without taking sannyas? Yeah, he can do it. He was only created these four varnas. Chaturvarnam maya srishtam. And he was only created all these ashramas and varnas and everything he has only created. But all these pastimes are enacted by Krishna or Mahaprabhu or other incarnations to actually educate us what it means to have love for Krishna. How much pain devotees can experience in separation from Krishna. If Krishna continued to stay in Vrindavan, we will not have such a heart-touching description of all the feelings of separation from Vrindavan, because it's very heart-melting experience to go through all these emotions of these devotees. So we will miss an opportunity. For us, Krishna left Vrindavan. And it's because Mahaprabhu took this as as his responsibility to deliver people in this world. That's why he took sannyas, because people will take sannyasis seriously. And as sannyasi, he will preach the glories of holy name. People will take it more seriously. That's why Mahaprabhu accepted it. Now, similarly, Krishna could have continued. Krishna is happy staying in Vrindavan, because people can easily blame Krishna seeing the gopis, the affected party, but Krishna is also weeping. Krishna is not excited to go out of Vrindavan, but it's his responsibility to kill Kamsa, to establish dharma. Then he has to give association not only to Vrajavasis, he has to give his association and blessings to Mathuravasis, then Hastinapurvasis, then he goes to Kundinapur, Sutala planet, heavenly planet, and he kills 17 times Jarasandha's army. So he has to reciprocate with so many people on the planet. So if Krishna stays only with his pure devotees, Vrajavasis, which Krishna is so excited, what will happen to all of us? So for all of us, so Krishna has to come out of Vrindavan. To give us Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has to tolerate hearing this Viraha Gita of gopis and come out of Vrindavan. So for us to get the Bhagavad Gita, and there is, we can elaborate it more. But any other question? Is this answer satisfying? Does it make sense?
He replied yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Prabhu, I have a question. First of all, thank you very much for this pure nectar, Prabhu. It's amazing, wonderful. You have completely absorbed our hearts into this Leela with your explanations. I was thinking about a situation where Prabhu, Akrura, when he was going to bring Krishna, or when he was going to have a first darshan of Krishna, he was completely absorbed or completely feeling the ecstasy of meeting Krishna, right? So at the later part, in Dwarka, he'll be a part of big. He played a big role in instilling Shamantakamani. Yeah, Prabhuji. So I was thinking, like as a new, like, can we have a correlation, or can we see that as a new devotee, like we may get ecstatic about doing services or being a devotee of Krishna, and later we may, I mean, is there any relation, like later is there any way like devotees can get? Yeah,
there is a very significant relation between whatever we have discussed today in the Shamantakamani episode, because Akrura caused deep pain. I should have mentioned that in the class only. I forgot so many points. So Akrura caused so much of pain to the gopis of Vrindavan. Gopis felt that this Akrura is not Akrura, he is Krura. He is not even consoling us, and he is taking Krishna away from us. Because of the displeasure of these gopis of Vrindavan, Akrura was entangled in that conspiracy in Shamantakamani episode. It's because of the displeasure of the gopis. And although we are doing our official service, for example, Kamsa instructed Akrura to bring Krishna, and Krishna also approved this. Krishna is personally going. It's not that Akrura is dragging Krishna. So although Akrura is doing his official service and bona fide authorized service approved by the Lord, sanctioned by the Lord, and as ordered by the king Kamsa, still Akrura had to undergo the reaction of being involved in that conspiracy with Shamantakamani episode. So because of the displeasure of the gopis, so we need to have some sensitivity while dealing with other devotees. Although we are doing our service properly, as a part of doing our service, we might have to cause some pain to other devotees sometimes. But if we notice it, if we understand that they are getting troubled because of our actions or decisions or words, we can take some effort and clarify. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, but I have to do this. So especially managers have to experience all these things. Does it make
thank you,
sense?
Prabhuji. Yeah, very, very much. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
One point, Darshan Prabhu, we see in Lord Ram's pastimes, when Mother Sita was taken away by Ravana, Lord Ram, he visibly shows emotional outburst. He cries. He tells Lakshmana that this is, something, I should kill myself. Something very emotional outburst is there, which is part of human nature. But here you mentioned that gopis are showing that human outburst, but Lord Krishna is not showing. Yes, he's trying internally, but externally he's not showing any emotions. Is that something? How do we understand?
Different explanations are given by acharyas in different contexts. Yes, Krishna was not very expressive, but he secretly wept. That is truth, as indicated by acharyas. And Lord Ram just wept, lamented. Only Lakshman was there in front of him. But in that case, Prabhupada writes, and Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur also writes, that Ram was basically experiencing intense feelings of separation from Sita Devi, and that is Vipralambharasa. On a spiritual plane, there is joy, even in meeting or separation. So Ram's lamentation in separation from Sita should be understood from three perspectives. Number one is from the perspective of dharma. That is, when a chaste wife is troubled by someone, the husband has to do the needful to protect her. So how much Lord Ramachandra lamented in separation from Sita, because Sita is a chaste wife, and how much effort that Ram has put to reclaim Sita Devi. So he built a bridge across the ocean, and he organized thousands and thousands of monkeys to accompany him. He fought with Ravana, and he destroyed practically most of the Rakshasa warriors, just to reclaim one Sita. Prabhupada says that Ram could have created millions of Sitas, but he wanted that one Sita. Because this is how a husband is supposed to protect his wife. So that is from the perspective of dharma. The second perspective for Ram's lamentation is that this is to attached householders. If somebody is unduly attached to one's wife, then there will be so much of lamentation. Unduly. This is from another perspective. From another perspective, to the devotees, to practicing people. So one should not be too attached to family life, too attached to wife or husband, then there will be lamentation. That's another perspective. Not that one should not take care of wife and family. That's not the thing. We need to see from the first perspective. We should also see the second perspective, which is like highlighting detachment. First one is highlighting responsibility towards family. Second one is highlighting detachment from family. And the third perspective is a totally spiritual perspective. The feelings of separation between the Lord and his eternal consort will actually enhance their own love for each other. So the sweetness of meeting will be experienced in a much more intense and sweeter manner when there is a background of separation. So all these feelings of separation increase the ecstasy of meeting together again. So when there is a cause for separation, then when the next time when lovers meet, then definitely their love for each other will increase. So all these episodes of separation between the Lord and his devotees are only displays of spiritual joy. And in separation, the lover, either the devotee or the Lord, will be immersed in the thoughts of the beloved much more than when in the feeling, than when in meeting also. So basically meeting and separation, Vipralambha and Sambhoga. Vipralambha is separation, Sambhoga is meeting. So these two are two aspects of the spiritual relationship between the Lord and his devotees. So Lord Ram's lamentation is also spiritual, is also blissful. It's transcendental joy experienced on that plane. So we need to see Lord Ram's lamentation from three perspectives, as indicated by Prabhupada. You can read 5th canto, 19th chapter, 5th purport. You can read 5th purport of Prabhupada and Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. So these three reasons are mentioned there. One message is to the dharmic people about protection of wife. Another is to regular devotees, where that family attachment will cause lamentation. Finally is the spiritual perspective, where there is only joy in feelings of separation also. Does it make sense, Prabhu?
Yes. Thank you so much. We're wishing we continue this katha for another hour, but we're under the time constraint. Tomorrow is a work day also, and we will invite you back. We're supremely grateful to you for coming. Your health seems to be a little bit.
It's early in the morning, a little cold.
Yeah, you still came on time. You actually connected earlier and shared with us this tremendous amount of bhakti-filled discussion. Thank you. We're grateful. Madhupati Prabhuji, please, our dear Madhupati Prabhu would like to say something and make some announcements also. Madhupati Prabhu, you're there?
Yeah, I had a question.
Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu, for a wonderful class. It was really absorbing. Sorry, I joined a little bit late. Was tired of it something. The question I had, which you mentioned in the lecture about Lord Krishna when he was going up from Srimati Radharani, he promised he'll come back. Did he fulfill his promise?
Yes. Krishna came back. Krishna, after killing Dantavakra and Vidurata at Mathura, Krishna came to Vrindavan and stayed for a couple of months. So Krishna just came, and these topics are not very much discussed within Bhagavatam, but Krishna came to Vrindavan sometimes, and he met them at Kurukshetra also. And in spirit, Krishna is always there in Vrindavan. So in the visions of Brajavasis, Krishna would give him darshan, and he would spend time there. So on a spiritual plane, his presence is definitely there.
Yeah, so I mean, one perspective is that he never leaves Vrindavan. As Shyam Sundar Krishna, he never leaves Vrindavan. That's not Vasudeva Krishna is the one which goes to Mathura. That angle is always there. But yeah, good. Thank you very much. I think Vilas Manjari Mataji has a question. Last question we can probably.
Prem Kishore Prabhu had question, Prabhu. No, they're asking. He had question, Prabhuji, 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, sorry, I was doing some other. It was wonderful lecture. I had only references of which you made for Akrura visiting Vrindavan and also Gopis Vira when Krishna was leaving. So the question is, how can we really grow spiritually more stronger, right? Or what is our takeaway, right? Like to grow stronger or to lean towards more soft-hearted?
Strong and soft-hearted. Yeah, strong in sadhana. And if you go deeper into strong sadhana, definitely heart can become soft also. Now, what exactly is the question? I didn't get it very clearly.
The question is how can we take this to grow more stronger in spiritual? So
basically, I mentioned in the end, we cannot completely understand the depth of the feelings of separation of all the gopis of Vrindavan. It's not very at sadhaka level who is struggling to just keep oneself awake while chanting. So we cannot completely understand the feelings of separation. So at this moment, so all the gopis have deep connection with Krishna. But at this moment, during our sadhana, our only connection with Krishna is through the elements of sadhana, through our chanting, through our study of Bhagavatam. through various services they do under the instructions of Guru and his representatives or senior devotees. So this is how we connect with Krishna. And if we miss any of these things, one day we miss, say, chanting. Of course, we should never do that. Or one day we miss reading Bhagavatam or hearing Bhagavatam. Or one day we cannot do service properly. So then we should miss that. Okay. So basically, our connection with Krishna is through the elements of sadhana. So we need to take our sadhana elements more seriously. Then one day we will be able to appreciate the feelings of separation. And the take-home message definitely is a spirit soul has the potential to experience so much of love from Krishna, for Krishna, and from Krishna. And if one misses Krishna, this will be the extent of feelings of one's separation. So potentially everybody can be like this, but we miss that potential. Right?
It has to.
And now within one eye blink, the gopis are feeling yugas of separation. And one day, if we don't take darshan of the Lord, or while standing in front of the deities, sometimes we could become spaced out. We may think of something else while taking darshan of deities. Although we are standing in front of deities for 5-10 minutes, within that 5-10 minutes, we may do Brahman also sometimes. So we need to be focusing more on that. So they are in a very high platform, but we need to understand we have that potential. We cannot be replacement. We can follow in the footsteps of such exalted devotees, and then every soul has the potential to experience so much of love for Krishna. That's what the ultimate sadhya is. In Ramanandra, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Samvad in the Madhya Leela, 8th chapter, Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is the ultimate sadhya? What is the highest attainable goal for the entire humanity? Ramanandra establishes that it is to love Krishna following the footsteps of the gopis. But we cannot prematurely or immaturely imitate such an exalted stage. First, we should just follow the footsteps of our acharyas and follow the instructions of our acharyas and guru and the Vaishnavas, and do our immediate responsibilities properly, the chanting and hearing and services.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. That's what I exactly wanted.
We are doing only.
Thank you. Because this was so advanced, the basics should be stronger. That's what I would like to hear.
Thank you. We cannot prematurely come to that stage.
Exactly. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu again. Devakinandan Prabhu, you had anything else?
No, you please go ahead. Some announcements you have to make, or
so I'll quit, Prabhu. Shall I leave?
Thank you very much
for your kindness and opportunity.
Get back to you, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. We're very fortunate to have your association. Also, Balaram Jayanti and Janmashtami is coming nearby. We'd like to hear more Krishna Katha. So we'll try to get some slots from you. Again, then what's to you, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavad.
Dandavad.
Okay, thank you very much, Prabhuji. Okay.